Seagrave joins us from Capitol Hill with more on this dramatic twist. Mark?
Republican Congressman Thomas Massie from Kentucky, who wrote the amendment that would strip away D.C.'s tough gun laws, showed up at the press conference, uninvited and unannounced. Congressman Massie showed up before any of the invited officials. As he waited in the room for the press event to begin, Mayor Gray sat just a few feet away, ignoring him. Delegate Norton and Mayor Gray both mentioned Massie by name, but never acknowledged he was in the room, even as he stood just a few feet away right in front of them.
Still, his amendment is fraught with unintended consequences and confusion, some of it laughable.
Those consequences include allowing people to open carry guns anywhere in the district, and they would allow for automatic weapons and no background checks for those buying guns from private sellers.
That puts our police officers, our public safety officials at a dilemma. It creates fear, it will create fear and havoc in the communities.
But Massie disagrees.
All their laws do right now is to keep honest citizens from keep having firearms and bearing firearms.
For many D.C. residents, the attack on local gun laws is more than just a gun rights issue. It's about local self-rule.
It's un-American, it's unconscionable, and it really is offensive.
But Massie says the numbers are on his side. He says since the Supreme Court overturned D.C.'s ban on handguns, violent crime has gone down.
Well, there's certainly a correlation.
Now, the Senate still has to approve this before anything would change. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we'll tell you what both sides think the chances are in the Senate and district leaders' reactions to Congressman Massie's assertions that more guns in D.C. have made the district safer. Reporting live from Capitol Hill, Mark.
District leaders had a surprise guest as they talked about this issue today, we understand.
Well, actually, Maureen, Congressman Thomas Massie's office is one floor below where the news conference was being held. And so he came up, he said, to see what was going on. And he came and heard D.C. politicians and police describe his actions as dangerous and irresponsible. Kentucky Congressman Thomas Massie was conspicuously present when D.C. Delegate Eleanor Holmes Norton and officials held a news conference to denounce Massie's bill to nullify D.C.'s gun laws that passed the House yesterday, 241 to 181.
I just wanted to hear what they had to say.
At one point, he left a vote, he said. His bill would stop D.C. from spending any funds registering guns or prohibiting their possession outside the home, including assault weapons. Mayor Gray, quoting civil rights activist Fannie Lou Hamer, said he was sick and tired of being sick and tired.
It's un-American, it's unconscionable, and it really is offensive.
At bottom, it's an attack upon our rights and our public safety.
Out on the streets of D.C., we found no support for the congressman's push.
We don't try to regulate Kentucky. They shouldn't try and regulate our city.
But later, Massie insisted he had a right, home rule or not.
I don't think that home rule means that you get to violate somebody's rights, basic civil rights, simply because you have home rule.
Norton, asked if she's confident the city can beat back this political attack, said no.
For me to stand up here and say what I'm confident of would really be a fool's paradise. I'm not confident of anything.
Yet Massie seemed confident that ultimately he would lose.
I'm fairly confident that it will get killed by Harry Reid.
Harry Reid, of course, is the Senate Democratic leader who will conference with House Republicans on these bills. And many people, obviously, including Congressman Massie, believe he will kill this gun measure. D.C. officials hope he does, but they're by no means betting on it. Reporting live from the U.S. Capitol, Sam Ford, ABC 7 News.